Now, the extrinsic semiconductor are also called impure semiconductor. And I have already told you, in intrinsic semiconductor, the number of holes equal to number of electrons. Also mathematically, you can write down in intrinsic semiconductor, N equal to P equal to Ni. What is N? Number of electrons. What is P? Number of holes. What is Ni? Intrinsic concentrations. Since here N equal to P, I can write down what is NP, tell me. Now Ni square. Because N equal to P equal to Ni. So NP equal to Ni square. Is always constant. Or I write down what is P, tell me. Ni square by N. What is N, tell me. Ni square by P. Clear? Very important. So in a intrinsic semiconductor, number of electrons equal number of holes equal to Ni. As N equal to P equal to Ni, I can write N into P equal to Ni square. So what is P, tell me. Ni square by N. What is N, tell me. Ni square by P. If Ni value is given to you, N value is given to you, you can calculate the P value. The similar manner, if P value given to you, Ni value is given to you, you also calculate the number of electrons. Clear? Now, coming to, I have already telling you. Now, as I am telling regarding the extrinsic semiconductor, this is also called your impure semiconductor. So, in case of pure semiconductor, number of electrons equal number of holes as electrically neutral, that N equal to P equal to Ni or Np equal to Ni square. So, number of electrons generated equal number of holes generated or N equal to P equal to Ni. But now coming to extrinsic semiconductor is also called, what, tell me. This is called your impure semiconductor. Impure semiconductor means, in this case, in extrinsic semiconductor, we can increase or we can decrease the conductivity. In case of pure semiconductor, as I have told you, the number of electrons equal number of holes. But if I want to increase the number of electrons, or if I want to increase the number of holes, that facility is not available in case of pure semiconductor or intrinsic semiconductor. Suppose I want to make a device N type. I want to make a device P type. Now, for those reasons, I have to go forward extrinsic semiconductor or impure semiconductor. In that case, I have to add some impurity materials to the what? Pure semiconductor. That is called my doping. So the name doping is, as the name suggested here, doping. So doping is a very important word or important term. What doping, tell me? Now, we have to add certain impurity materials. We have to add certain impurity materials to pure semiconductor so as to make it impure or extrinsic semiconductor. Again I am telling while doping, addition of impurities to a semiconductor, or intrinsic semiconductor so as to increase the conductivity, either to make it N type or P type, is called doping. So next slide, or next I want to say that how to make N type semiconductor and how to make a P type semiconductor. Now these extrinsic semiconductors are two types. One is called N type, one is called P type. So as the name says N type, in this case number of holes or N greater than what? Say number of electrons are more than number of holes. As the name called P type, number of holes are greater than number of electrons. If you remember, I have told you just few minutes back, in a pure semiconductor, N equal to P equal to Ni. But this rule does not hold good in case of extrinsic semiconductor. In extrinsic semiconductor, for N type, the number of electrons are greater than number of holes. In the P type, number of holes are greater than number of electrons. Or I can write down, in N type, as the number of electrons are more than number of holes, so these holes are called your majority carrier. Majority carrier, and this is called your minority carrier. Clear? In N type, the number of electrons are more than number of holes. So electrons are called majority carrier, holes are called minority carrier. Similarly, in a p-type, the number of holes are more than number of electrons. P is called your majority carrier and your N is called your minority carrier. Clear? Now, coming to next, I will telling you how to make an N-type semiconductor. How to make an N-type semiconductor. Now, if you look at the figure, just look at me. I have told you, in a pure semiconductor, what you have? Only silicon. But to make a N-type or P-type, I have to add impurities. Now, this is a pure semiconductor. What I do? In this silicon, I will add a atom. Let it be arsenic. As shown in the figure, arsenic. Okay. So the N-type materials are phosphorus and arsenic like this. Okay. Phosphorus, antimony and arsenic are example of N-type materials. Suppose phosphorus. You know that the phosphorus at valence electron 15 means 285. So those materials having the valence electron equal to 5. Those materials having the valence electron equal to 5. Only those materials will be give rise to N-type semiconductor. I already told you in a silicon 14 means what? 284. So 4 is the valency. Phosphorus 5. Arsenic 5, antimony 5. Okay, now just if you look at the figure, if you add one arsenic to a silicon bar, suppose I have silicon, I am having arsenic or phosphorus. So arsenic what valence tell me? Now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Silicon 1, 2, 3, 4. Silicon 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4 like this. Okay. Now, if you look at me, these 8 they will share with each other to make the bond like this. Look at me. In case of arsenic, it has 5 electrons in the valence band. These 4 take part in the bonding. But what about this? This is almost free. This is almost free. If you look at the figure, look at me. In case of so I have taken a germanium or silicon type. Germanium what valence tell me now 4. 1, 2, 3, 4 take part in the bonding. In case of arsenic, 1, 2, 3, 4 this is extra 1. That means if you are adding 1 arsenic, you are getting 1 extra free electron even if in the 0 degree Kelvin. Again I am telling, in a pure semiconductor or intrinsic semiconductor, for example, if I make germanium, means what? 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is absent or this is not present. But if adding a pentavalent compound, pentavalent means what? Having a valence equal to 5. Example, phosphorus, arsenic and antimony are the example of what? Pentavalent compound which are added to the pure semiconductor or intrinsic to make an N-type semiconductor. Now, in this case, if 1 arsenic is added, then I am getting 1 number of free electrons. If I have 10 arsenic, then I can get what tell me? 10 numbers of free electrons at 0 degree Kelvin. Hence, I can tell that in an N-type semiconductor or to make an N-type semiconductor, either you can add phosphorus or arsenic or antimony or those metals or those atoms having the valence equal to 5. So because of 5, I can get an extra electrons. Now, since this particular is having a extra free electrons, so it can easily donate these free electron for the conductivity. Again I am telling, this can easily donate the free electron for the conductivity. Hence, suppose, look at carefully, suppose I have a N-type semiconductor bar. I have a n-type semiconductor para. So in a n-type semiconductor, what you have tell me? Now what are you adding? Now you are adding either phosphorus or arsenic or antimony, having valence equal to 5. Now, whenever adding valence equal to 5, so it can easily give an electron for the conduction. Now, suppose you are writing aluminum, means what? Electric neutral. Aluminum plus means what? It has donated electrons. It is equal what? Donor. If I write aluminum minus means what? It has accepted one electrons. Again I am doing the neutral. But aluminum plus, it has donate an electron to the outside. That's why it become plus. What is minus means what? It has accepted an electrons. Since this particular metal can, since it having a free electrons, it can easily donate. Now, if I am adding 10 arsenic, hence I can get 10 electrons free and 0 degree temperatures. Getting a point or not? So in a pure semiconductor, we are not getting any free electrons at 0 degree Kelvin. However, in n-type semiconductor at 0 degree Kelvin, if you are adding 10 numbers of arsenic or 10 numbers of phosphorus, then we are generating 10 numbers of extra electrons. Now, since it extra means what? Now this is the symbols. Means what? It has what? Donated electrons. That means phosphorus, see from the phosphorus, 5. So out of 5, 4 takes part in bonding, 1 left. This one is what? Extra. So I can write down phosphorus what? Plus 1 extra electrons. Now if you are adding 10 numbers of phosphorus, so I will be like this, phosphor like this, phosphor like this, phosphor like this, phosphor like this, like this, like this, like this, like this, like this, like this. Clear? That means if I am adding 10 numbers of phosphorus, then I am getting 10 numbers of extra electrons or free electrons, these electrons. Okay? At 0 degree Kelvin or arsenic. Either you can take arsenic as phosphorus, both are same. Don't get confused. Okay? Now, so what is this one? These are the what? Your ions. They cannot move. But these electrons can move. You have read in chemistry. Okay? These are called ions. Al plus means what? It has given electrons. Minus means what? It has accepted an electron. Since it is donating means what? It is plus. Now, so at 0 degree Kelvin, you are getting 10 numbers of extra free electrons. But in pure semiconductor, we are not getting like this. Now, next coming, suppose I will increase the temperature. If I increase the temperature, what happened? Again this bond will break. Apart from this, again this bond will break. When the bond will break, you will again get what? Number of electrons and number of holes. So what I want to tell mathematically, suppose again the bond will break. If the bond will break, again we will get N equal to P equal to Ni, as in case of pure semiconductors. Suppose because of break of bond, you are getting 5 electrons and 5 holes. So 5 electrons and 5 holes. Clear? So again I am telling, be clear here. So these are because of what? Additional impurity. Which impurity? Either phosphorus or arsenic, and valence equal to 5. At 0 degree Kelvin, you are getting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 10 numbers of extra. From that, if you increase the temperature at room temperature, if some of the bonds break, suppose 5 bond breaks, because of breakage of 5 bonds, you will be getting 5 electrons and 5 holes. That means in total, for this semiconductor, for example, I have what? 50 electrons. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, like 50 electrons. And how many holes tell me? Now 5 holes. So easily you can say that in this particular case, the number of electrons are more than what? Number of holes. Hence, it is a n-type semiconductor. Clear? Again I am telling, number of electrons are greater than what? Number of holes. So n-type semiconductor. So these electrons are called your majority carrier. These holes are called your minority carrier, and these are called your immobile ions. And the roles of these immobile ions will be more clear once you study the p-n junction diode. So right now you can tell that in an n-type semiconductor, the number of electrons are more than number of holes, because of which the number of electrons are more than number of holes. This is called your n-type semiconductor. Now I can tell that mathematically, if you are adding Nd number of phosphorus, that is number of donor ions, donor atoms. Okay, so if you are adding 10 numbers of phosphorus, you will get 10 electrons. If Nd equal to 20, you get 20 electrons. Now again, because of temperature, you are getting N equal to P. So I can write down, in this case of semiconductor, the number of electrons, how much tell me? Nd plus N. Nd plus N. Number of holes equal to what? Only P. Clear? So here N means what? Number of electrons in the N type. Pn means what? Number of holes in the N type. What is N and P? N and P are because of intrinsic. What is Nd? Because of the extrinsic or because of the impurity. So in this case, I can write down the Nd plus N. Then tell me not P. Why P? Because N equal to P. So hence, in an N-type semiconductor, the number of electrons are more than number of holes. Hence, this is called what? N-type semiconductor. Clear? Now next, coming to P-type semiconductor. So if you are adding pentavalent, what is the pentavalent? Tell me. Pentavalent means, so there is some correction here. This is actually N-type, not P-type, wrongly written. So I already discussed about N-type semiconductor. In the N-type semiconductor, it forms pentavalent means what? Valence equal to 5. So if in place of pentavalent, it will make what? Trivalent. Trivalent means what? Valence equal to 3. Then that is called what? P-type semiconductors. Now coming to pentavalent, coming to the P-type semiconductor. Suppose I'm P-type. So how to form P-type? I have already told you. Suppose this silicon bar, silicon, and silicon. So what I will do? This is called a pure silicon. I have already told you. This is called a pure semiconductor. In a pure semiconductor, you have only silicon atoms. Now what I will do? In place one silicon, I will add what? Boron. In the previous case, in place of boron, I have added what? Arsenic. And the arsenic is called a what? N-type materials. I have valence equal to 5. But this boron or aluminium or indium, all the three metals are called to trivalent. Pentavalent for N-type, trivalent for what? P-type. Now boron 5, aluminum equal to 13. So add the boron, this 5 means 213. Aluminum 13 means what? Tell me? 283. So how many valence tell me? 3. In the valence equal to 3. Whenever this boron added to silicon, but silicon tell me? Now 14, 284. Clear? So silicon having 4. Silicon and germanium are used for what? Pure semiconductor or intrinsic. With silicon, what I adding? Tell me? Now boron. Suppose I am adding 1 boron. So boron having 3 electrons. Silicon 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now these 4 will take part in octet like this. Clear? Like this. So boron 3. Only 3 now. So 1, 2, 3. If you look at this particular figure, both are same. In place of boron, I have taken what? Gallium. Okay. As I contain boron, aluminum, gallium, indium. All example what? Tell me? Example of what? Tell me? Trivalent compounds, which are added to make a P-type semiconductor. Now, if you look at me, in case of boron, it has 3 valence shells. 1, 2, 3. For to make octet, it must have 4, but here it do not have electrons. So absence of electron is called what? Hole. I already told you. Absence of electron is called as what? Hole. So to make the octet you require 8, but in place of 8, you have only what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That means at 0 degree Kelvin, you are getting a free hole. 1, 3, 4. Because to make the octet, I have what? 1 absent in electrons. That means this boron, since has valence equal to 3, and to have the octet require what? Minimum 4. Since valence equal to 3, so this is one is vacant. So this vacant is called what? Absence of electron, or it generates a hole. So I can write down, if I am adding 5 boron, then I can get what? 5 holes. And these 5 holes I can get at what? 0 degree Kelvin. Now, since this is one hole is there, that means to make it octet, so I have to what? I have to add electron here. Okay, that means it has to accept the electron to make it octet. That means these electrons I have to add to make it 8. So this, since it has to accept the electrons, this become what? Tell me the minus. I already told you. Accepting means what? Minus. Donating means what? Plus. Now accepting means it will become minus. And what are free carriers here now? Whole. If I am adding 5 boron, I will get 5 acceptor atoms and 5 holes. Clear? Now, in a semiconductor bar, suppose you are adding 10 numbers of boron. If I add 10 numbers of boron, you are going to get 10 numbers of holes. That means you have to add 10 electrons worth of octet. That means if I add 10 numbers of boron, I am getting what? 1 like this. 10 numbers of acceptor ions with 10 holes. Clear? And these are ions, these are what? Mobile holes, which can freely move. So in a n-type semiconductor, I am putting electrons here. In a p-type semiconductor, I am putting what? Holes here. Apart from that, if this bond breaks, then I can get equal number of electrons and equal numbers of holes. So in this figure, look at me. This is I am getting, this is free. If I are getting 10 numbers of gallium, we are getting 10 numbers of what? Free holes. So apart from that, if this bond breaks, what will you get? Equal numbers of holes and equal numbers of electrons. Now again, if 5 bond breaks, I can get 5 holes and 5 electrons. This is called intrinsic concentrations. Now I am getting what? 5 electrons and 5 holes. So if you see this particular bar, this is called a p-type bar. Why p-type? In this case, number of holes is greater than what? Number of electrons. In this, what hole tell me? 15. Tell me 5. So in a p-type semiconductor, the number of holes are more than what? Number of electrons. And here hole is called your majority carriers. Electron is called what? Minority carriers. Now, either it is a n-type semiconductor or a p-type semiconductor, the total current equal to now hole current plus electron currents. Now, in a n-type, the electron current is more than the hole current, and in a p-type, the number of hole more the number of electrons, the hole current greater than electrons currents. Clear? So in general, I have already discussed you what is the intrinsic semiconductor, what is the extrinsic semiconductor. Intrinsic is called pure semiconductor. So intrinsic can be made from silicon or only germanium, valence equal to 4. But in this case, the conductivity is very constant. To increase the conductivity, I am going for doping. So what doping tell me? Doping not a very big one. What doping tell me? Doping is what addition of impurities to a pure semiconductor. Either you can add pentavalent compound, or you can add trivalent compounds. If you are adding phosphorus or arsenic to a silicon or germanium bar, you can able to get more electrons as compared to holes. That is called N-type semiconductor. In the similar manner, if you are adding boron, aluminum, gallium, those are called your trivalent compound having valence equal to 3. In those cases, I already explained you can able to make a p-type semiconductor. So in a p-type semiconductor, the number of holes are more than number of electrons. In a n-type semiconductor, the number of electrons are more than number of holes, and in a pure semiconductor, the number of electrons and number of holes. So coming to the key points, I already told you the conductivity of materials in terms of energy band diagram, that is Eg, what is intrinsic semiconductor, what is extrinsic semiconductor, and how to make a p-type semiconductor and how to make a n-type semiconductor. So I have told you the classification of materials in terms of electrical conductivity, or how to classify the materials in terms of conductor, insulator and semiconductor. So our main focus is semiconductor. The semiconductor classified two types. One is called intrinsic semiconductor and extrinsic semiconductor. Intrinsic is called the pure semiconductor. Extrinsic is called impure semiconductor. Again, extrinsic divided into two types. One is called p-type, one is called n-type. Now, coming to the important questions in this chapter, what I have taught today, you may expect some questions, classification of materials according to electrical conductivity. That is, in which case conduct more, the conductor, semiconductor and the insulators. So conductor conduct highly, insulator never conducts, and the semiconductor conductivity lies between what? Conductor and the insulators. Next, you can able to also, we may get some question what is energy band diagram. I have already told you, energy band diagram in case of what? Conductor, insulator and the semiconductor. In conductor, the energy band diagram overlap, or in that Eg equal to 0, and in insulator the Eg value is equal to 15 electron volt, which is very high value, which cannot be achieved. And in case of semiconductor, the Eg value is nearly equal to 0.78 electron volt or 1.1 electron volt in case of silicon and germanium. And thirdly, I have already told you what is semiconductor. Give example, that is silicon and germanium are example of semiconductors. What is insulator? I have already given insulators. What is dust or chalk, whatever, that is all your pen are example of insulators. So thanks a lot.